This week on Slap My Joystick, it's almost E3, but I'm more interested in knowing how much G-Ball will cost as a pre-owned item.
Wow.
Hey, welcome everybody to Slap My Joystick, episode 9.
Nine.
We're first heard exclusively on Shining Stars Radio at ShineStarsRadio.com. You can look us up on our Facebook page. Just search Slap My Joystick and a search there, and you can look up our other one like this. Like us, love us. I love the likes.
Tell
love
us
the
how
likes.
much you like us.
And
Yes.
on the right, click chat to the presenters to talk to us.
You know what's funny? If it was this was 3 weeks ago, it'd be episode 6. Now it's episode 9. It's totally 69.
Whoa.
Just saying.
That's marvelous. I'm your host, Jim the Fishing Buddha, and I'm here with ADHD Mike.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's too hot.
G-Wow.
Gee, wow.
And Stevie Christ.
They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Steve, you can
Yes.
remind you whenever.
With his giant claymore.
So, guys, E3, a week away.
I'm excited. I freaking love when E3 comes around. Oh man, like you don't know what's gonna happen. Sometimes it's boring.
Yeah, but like you said, you never know what's going to happen.
Never know
'Cause
what's gonna happen.
You never hear about certain things, and they pull them out there, and you're like, oh, whoa,
Yeah.
snap.
Like that one year, I remember when they were like Final Fantasy and PlayStation all of a sudden, and they're like, wait a second, we forgot to tell you, it's also coming to Xbox 360. I was like, oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Oh,
of course it
wow.
sucked, so whatever.
It's okay. It's not bad.
Or when that, or like years ago, like I think it was in the 90s. Yeah, in the 90s, obviously. When PlayStation was trying to come out, right? The original PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
and they had it like down to like $200, I think. I can't remember. I forget at this point, but and then Sega was coming out their Saturn, and they came out on stage, and they're like, we're gonna have our Saturn. It's gonna be available this fall, but you can get it right now at certain stores, like
yeah.
Target or wherever it was. It's a couple stores, and that failed for them horribly.
It's true.
Exciting times.
But you never know. There's always excitement. You never know what's coming.
That's what I like about it.
Right. What do you think about E3?
I think they've got a lot of top from last year's E3. I mean, like, after how explosive that Connect and everything was, I mean, like, that was just, like, up there. Like, just watching E3 last year. I mean, can they actually top the excitement level of last year's?
Did you watch last
Did you
year's?
watch last
yeah,
year's?
I did watch last
Oh.
year's.
Because I don't think Connect was a big thing last year.
Yeah, it was.
It would have been because it didn't come out last
No,
year.
they gave out games and stuff last year for it. It was the year before
yeah, I'm
that.
thinking the year before that. Yeah, on that year.
Oh, that
2
year.
years ago, okay? They still have yet to top it then. I'm putting it wrong. I did watch last year's, though. But no, I'm thinking of 2 years ago. I don't think anybody's yet... They've got to top that on the excitement level.
Steve, what do you think about E3?
I honestly haven't been excited about E3 as I used to be for a while.
No.
Were you excited the year of the Connect?
Not really.
What? People shock
Steve's
me.
Xbox died.
I mean, I got
Shame.
that Connect, and like 2 months after I bought that, the Connect updated and my Xbox fried.
Okay,
Boo,
that would
Connect.
really down.
There
It
was-
was a bad day that day.
That was your E3
It was
surprise.
a dark, dark day.
And
Yeah.
they say it has nothing to do with Connect, but yet I got on forums and there was thousands of people complaining because their Xbox fried after that update.
Yeah, that was
Really?
true. There was a lot of issues there.
I did not know it was up because of updates.
Well, it does something. I don't know. See, you know what? I think what happens is they're trying to combat piracy, and in doing so, they screw other things up.
Like your system.
Not my. Well, yeah,
Well, not yours, but outside the box.
outside the box.
So,
I just want
toughest question.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, Mike, I will allow it.
Okay, at least someone's gonna allow it. I don't want to say that it is warm out. We don't like it. G-Ball likes it.
I don't like it.
But I don't like when I get warnings on my phone that says air quality alert.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, what is that?
I'm trying to read it here if this thing loads up, but you know how the Connect.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't got that yet this year,
No, it's not there anymore.
but last year I got that a lot.
Yeah.
All it is like if somebody has asthma or anything like that.
Like allergies and things.
Yeah.
Damn it, I'm dead.
Like maybe like the pollen level is going to be high, or
Right.
just the humidity is going to make it hard to breathe.
Gotcha.
I was laughing because I got the same thing when I went down to Idlewild, and I was like, air quality alert. I'm like, thank you for adding more stress to this day.
Hmm.
I know, so I'll do that at work. It's like I can't work outside today. There's an air quality alert. I won't be able to breathe.
That's right. Exactly.
I'm gonna die.
That's a good excuse.
My blood will be on your hands.
So the toughest question, so it's been like that for a few weeks, is: has anybody been playing anything the past week? This has been a busy, hot
Oh
week.
my god, has it been busy?
Has
Yeah,
anybody
been
been
real
playing
busy.
anything?
I've been
Like-
playing apps.
That's all you ever play. We'll have to get you on a real game soon.
Mike, been playing anything?
Let me skedaddle my brain here and see. No,
Gee-wow, anything.
Apps.
we'll
Yeah.
name them.
I can't remember the names of all of them.
Were they on
but,
your
like,
phone?
No, no, not on my phone. On my Fire. Last night I was playing this lava game.
Gwen, how much do you like your fire?
I love my fire.
Okay.
And my fire loves me.
Steve, you been playing anything?
I've not had much time to play. I mean, of course, whenever I fit it in, I've played Diablo.
Oh yeah.
And like on the side, like whenever I'm just like at work or have a couple free minutes, I've been messing around with this Tap Dragon Park. It's an app on the phone.
What's that about?
You have like there's like an empire, and you have to train dragons and breed them and bind more dragons to protect your gold from trolls.
Trolls. This troll's gonna get that boy's soul.
Dom. It's like, oh my
God. They're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me. Oh my god! It was in that clip.
Yeah, I haven't played much either. I said with all the running around and stuff, and it's been another busy week. The only thing I usually play is a couple things on Facebook, or I get on that miniclip.com because they got the little free little games.
Right.
And I get into some of no, they're pretty neat. So I've been playing like here and there, some of them, trying them out. I haven't found like a good one.
I want to finish Max Payne because I really, really seriously enjoy that game, but it's just been so busy. And that's the game. And then after
Been
that,
a busy week
and
and
then,
hot
yeah, and hot. And when it's hot like this, I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
and thunderstorms.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, because I was trying to watch TV last night and it went off again, so I just gave up
Yeah.
because I didn't want to run the Xbox during a thunderstorm.
Right. And then it's like I'm sitting there, I'm like, I put the air conditioner in the bedroom because that's where it makes sense to me because I'm like, well, I'm going to sleep. I want to sleep in cold. That's where the computer's at. But then the other room where the freaking amp and the receiver and all the Xbox and PlayStation and all that stuff's at is in a room that doesn't have the air conditioning. And
Man.
But no, what I would like to do here is finish Max Payne this week because I'm going to try to chill out this week a little bit more. I want to finish that, hopefully. And I know there's a game I want to finish Walking Dead as well. And I'm hoping maybe try Dragon's Dogma or something like that.
So I'm gonna try. I gotta swap my info over to my black Xbox and hook up the Kinect to it. That way, I got a couple demos downloaded, but I don't have the actual power cord, so I'm gonna have to plug it into the black Xbox and get transfer my Xbox Live over there, and then try them out. Hopefully, play them this week. So a couple look pretty neat, and they have a lot of Kinect demos on there now, a lot more than what I thought. So I'd like to get into that.
Yeah.
Try out that Kinect more.
Right.
Sorry.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, E3 coming
It's coming.
week from now.
Well, a week from
I'm
now, I think we'll
excited.
have like the Microsoft and Sony press conferences.
Probably.
And then I think Nintendo might. Or I know Xbox should be on Monday at least for the conference, and then I'm not sure if PlayStation is or not, but I know Wii or Nintendo will have theirs on Tuesday.
I'm
Tuesday.
as much. I don't have a Wii, but I'm kind of excited to see what Wii's going to bring to the table
Well,
this
they
time.
need to bring something to pick up their slack.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to bring out much for Wii anymore because Wii is pretty much like out the door.
Yeah, I think you're gonna hear more a little bit more about Wii U
Yeah.
because
Well,
Hopefully a name
that's
change.
That's actually what I'm
Hopefully,
talking about. Wii U. I think
I think
Nintendo's going to bring more to the table this year than the others, than Xbox or
Nintendo
PS.
usually has boring press conferences. I'm just saying.
I know, like, Xbox, like, Microsoft tends to make theirs more exciting at their presentation. I'll completely agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think we might actually be, or Nintendo might be able to actually.
Well, they're gonna have
Get
a lot
more
to show off
excitement.
with the Wii U. I mean, and hopefully a name change.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I imagine it's going to see more like the Wii U games coming out, get it hyped up, and make some money before the next systems come out next year.
Yeah, because you know
Bring their sales back
that'll
up.
be releasing in November,
Mhm.
December, roughly.
That,
And it'd be nice to see a price tag on that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good point. This is their year for their chance. This is Nintendo's year. If they do not do it this year, next year we already know they're out. I mean, because Xbox hopefully will be bringing out their new system and this and that. I think this is their year. If they can't pull it this year, they're just gonna seriously start slackening behind.
Not well. Remember, this has happened to Nintendo before. They were in last place for a good bit there. Like the Nintendo 64 didn't do so well, and the GameCube, which was a good system, didn't do so well.
I love the N64.
So so do I. It's not bad, but GameCube was cool. But then, like, you know, here comes the Wii, and Nintendo made so much money off the Wii.
Oh, yeah. They killed with the Wii.
Yeah, and then as for the 3DS, everybody thought it was gonna blow and not do well, and well, now it's doing very
Yeah,
well.
kicking the Vita's butt.
Kicking the whole general handheld butt.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Leave that Vita alone, Gwen.
I just had to throw that in there.
But yeah, Nintendo, they have to bring it this time because they need to pick up their sales and stuff, and this should be the year to do it. Because I would just think that Xbox and Sony's going to concentrate on more games this year than anything else you're going to see. And that'll give, especially with the Wii U coming out, that'll give Nintendo a chance to get the system out, get some good games out, and get their money back up.
Well, yeah, and
Come back.
Nintendo's got it with the Wii U just because it's lazy interactive. That's
Well,
what it is. That's what I
just
look
remember,
at it as. 'cause
Just
they don't like
remember
the
this,
Kinect.
when they first announced the Wii U last year, I believe at
Yeah, I
E3,
think so.
their stock dropped tremendously because people were like, "Oh, okay."
I still think it's
Yeah,
going
I
to be a
felt
huge
the
hit.
same way because I've seen it, and I was waiting for it. They showed it, and then I was not impressed.
No,
I just wasn't. I was like, I just really wanted. It's just like, having a Wii and then just having like a tablet that works with the Wii. I mean, it's like the same thing. It's like, why not just give them the tablet?
Well,
Make
see-
that as a new controller instead of a new system.
Well, see, like
Right.
this is what I'm giving the Wii U, that like even the Kinect can't, because the problem with the Kinect is you actually have to get up and you have to be interactive, which is definitely what we need in America. Come
Right.
on, we all have
Yeah,
a
that's the
problem.
whole point.
But
Be part of in
Americans
the game.
don't want to actually get active, but they like the interactive aspect of Kinect, where the Wii U brings that to the table. You
Well,
can actually just sit there and
Say that
do
now,
play with it,
which
and
I
do
see your
stuff.
point, but you haven't played much of the Kinect games either. Because
You actually have to get up and, yeah.
But with the demos stuff, you might try out some of these demos and things, and you might turn that around and be like, this is so much better because now you have more options, game options to play and try, and you may be like, okay, this is actually really good. It's just we haven't really got into playing the Kinect.
right.
Well, that's the thing. I want to get a good dance game for the Kinect.
Well, it's
Some
called
dance
it's that
moves
Just Dance
down.
game
Yeah,
or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Dance
there's
Central. I mean,
Zumba.
Dance Central.
Dance Central's on there, that Zumba's on there.
I don't like
There's a few.
Zumba. Everybody's
Steve, what do
doing
you think
Zumba.
about the Wii U? You like a little big side
That's
about
another
it,
one.
or
That's another one I'm really not interested in.
yes, neither am I.
No.
Why not?
That I really don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Just not interested in it, huh?
Just doesn't
Nope.
give you that
See,
spark.
I still, when I first
Yeah.
seen it, I was excited, and once I saw it, that just spark went away. I mean, it was just like, to me at the time, I just thought of it as, look, it's another Wii, except it has a tablet as a controller. And then
Yeah.
then later you heard you can only use one per system.
But now they're trying to make it two.
Right, or they need to, because one just,
But then they're also saying, you can use your Wii remotes with it.
yeah. I
And I'm
heard
like,
that.
okay, well, geez, what's the difference
Well,
then?
you have to.
That's why I'm just like, okay,
But
this is just
yeah.
the same crap, different.
That's what I felt
upgraded
too.
system.
Yeah, it's just instead of making it like as a new system, I think they should just came out with a tablet as a new controller for the Wii.
That wouldn't have worked. It would not have sold. It would just be like an accessory.
Right, but that's pretty much what you're gonna buy now. It's like an upgraded Wii.
Oh yeah, everything will be upgraded. I mean, console looks good, but some of the demos they show. Well, it's going to be interesting to see
Depends on
what
the
they show
games.
off next week.
Yep, depends on the games they bring.
Right.
Because you might look at it and be like, okay, you know what, that's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, now
You
it's
never
been like
know.
a year later,
That's what
and
I'm
we get to
thinking.
see it
Mhm.
more. Like how I'm gonna see how better is this tablet gonna work with it. It's not gonna be like a tablet like you think it's a tablet. It's not gonna be like the tablets you buy. It's gonna have a different capacity.
Yeah,
I get the
I've
difference.
actually seen the commercials for it and stuff like that.
It's not gonna be like a real tablet where you have the good touchscreen that we use. It's gonna be that
Right.
other touchscreen, like on a DS.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So, yeah, I'm gonna see some real game footage next week.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I want to see everything in use properly. I want to hear reports of like how it worked. That's what I want because it's gonna be out this year, so they got to throw everything out there.
Yeah. You're probably going to see it at E3.
So I'm guessing this year,
Most
Nintendo.
likely they're going to revolve around the Wii U.
Yeah, they might say a couple games for the Wii or something,
Right,
but not
yeah.
many because there's nothing. I can't see anything major coming out for it at this point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
especially-
Wii U and 3DS, and right
Yeah.
now 3DS is like their big seller thing right now. So you probably hear a lot about that.
Right. Agreed. Hey, now it's time for Name the Game.
Game.
Boom, boom, boom. Last week, winner was Nin, N-Y-N.
NYN,
Yes, and she answered the Black Bass,
the Black Bass,
for Nintendo.
classic fishing title.
Classic fishing game.
So-
Good job.
good job.
Go NYN.
Woo.
Stevie, you gotta bless NYN.
Yes, bless
Oh.
Nin.
Bless you, Nin.
Bless you, Nin.
Yeah, Nin.
It's good job. And anybody else, there's a couple ones that tried, just got a little too late. Try
Right.
again next week.
Be early. Be cool.
Yes, try this time. But here's your first hint. The game was developed by Konami Computer Entertainment Japan and first published by Konami in 1998 for the PlayStation video game console.
Uh-oh.
If you know it, whisper to one of us. Make sure you
Whisper.
don't say it on chat room. Just whisper one of us and let us know. And we'll announce your name on next week's show.
Sometimes I fall asleep, so don't whisper to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Don't do it to Mike. Alright, so there's things, we've been hearing all kinds of sorts of things, coming to E3. You hear a lot of the rumors. Some going to be true, some are confirmed, some aren't. One thing I did find out for the Final Fantasy fans, a Final Fantasy 14 2.0 trailer is most likely to be skipped at E3. Square Enix has quietly confirmed that the previously promised new trailer for Final Fantasy 14 will skip E3 and now be revealed instead in August as a part of a larger marketing campaign.
Part of August.
Are you surprised by this?
What are they? Where are they showing it at in August?
I'm not sure where exactly they're showing it. I know that there's something in Japan happening towards the end.
Tokyo
What
Game
is it?
Show.
That's it. Yeah, the Tokyo Game Show.
That's a big one.
And some things, some of these game marketings are waiting till that to release some of these games, like to put it in that show here it says for like a better marketing plan, I guess, to hype it up maybe before it comes out or whatnot. But some are waiting to bring up certain things in the Tokyo Game Show.
It doesn't surprise me because it's more Japan based.
Yeah, that's what it's. I could see it.
You might need more
you
time
might
to prepare
see-
that trailer.
Yeah, and you might even get a teaser trailer.
Wait, is it for
of
Final
too.
Fantasy 14.2?
2.0?
Final Fantasy 14 2.0?
Yeah, the trailer. It's gonna skip E3 apparently.
Huh.
But I said you never know. E3, you never know what happens. You might even get a real short 2-second teaser and trailer. You know how they
Oh, it'll
love
be
to
like
do
one of
that
those-
stuff.
Like Square will be on stage, they'll be talking about their games or whatever it is.
Mhm.
They'll be like, they'll be walking off like, oh, we forgot. Oh no, let's look on stage, everybody. Oh, look at the trailer.
Yes, look at this 1.5 second of a trailer and be
Yeah.
teased. So most likely, you're probably gonna have to wait till August to see. It'll leak, but you won't see it on E3. Most likely not.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's not.
Unless,
like,
I'm
I'm not a Final Fantasy person, but I do like watching. I do think it's good. I do think it's a good game. I just don't really like to play it, but I do think it's a good
it's
game.
one of those games where you would rather watch and play.
Yeah, I don't mind sitting back and watching.
Like, that's what I like to do with a lot of games too. Just
Yeah.
like, I don't want to play this because I'm too lazy or just because I'm like don't have the effort to put into it.
Right.
But it's like it's cinematic and movie. Like I can watch somebody else play it and chill out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
definitely being backseat gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I don't think you want to do it with Gwen ROM because she gets mad and frustrated, and then she starts yelling and
She's
throwing
like,
things.
Oh,
Do this!
no.
And it's like, no, but I want to try. No, do it this way.
No, whenever I'm actually playing is when you don't want to be near me.
Oh my god. You're talking like exorcism happening. Oh, Jesus.
Bad GWOW.
It scares me.
It scares my taint. But yeah, well, I got another rumor here.
What's that?
This report. I don't know if it's really rumor or report. I can't read anymore. I need a man little laptop. Sony to announce cloud gaming deal at E3.
Ooh.
So if they're doing this basically means like what OnLive is doing, which is streaming games from a network.
Like
Yeah.
my fire. Just saying. It's my fire, and it loves me.
They're going to announce.
Not like your
Most
fire.
likely going to announce a deal with OnLive or Gaikai, I guess, at E3. So you're most likely going to see the cloud.
You know what this means? Depending on what they're doing with it, this could lead into what their next gen console might be. It might be streaming online,
Could be.
or they could be doing something completely different with it. But I mean, it's neat because if people OnLive did a lot better than people thought it would do. But the thing is like you gotta have good internet connection because you gotta stream this constantly.
Right.
This, and like apparently, when it's working good. But you're still never gonna get that full because you're still getting a compressed video back, even if it's in HD. You're never gonna get that full experience as if you had it right there.
You don't think?
No.
Well, here Sony said we'll announce the details of a
If I would be deal.
of a would-be gaming deal it has secured during its E3 press conference, coming up. There were no details made available at this time, but or near including whom the deal is with. It's just been heard it's going to be between one of them two. And
Secrets.
yes, which makes a significant difference, I guess. Well, they are both streaming game companies. There is a difference in how each operates. Gaikai, or however you say it, mainly brings game trials/demos to the browsers, making them playable directly on retailer websites, Facebook, and so on. And then OnLive allow gamers to sample titles, but is mainly focused on selling them through apps on computers and other devices like tablets. And this is your OnLive game system.
Yeah.
Designed to bring it to the TVs. So OnLive games can be purchased and played in their entirety, which is the major distinction between them and the more try before you buy nature of Gaikai.
My question about something like that
Gookie,
is like even
whatever
like
it is.
HBO Go now.
Right.
If you get a change in like the connection or whatever, you lose. To me, the picture comes. You might as well be watching it from like a VHS.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. It looks
Right.
It could be bad.
So if you're playing a game and all of a sudden something happens and they have to do something to keep the streaming running smooth, I mean, you're going to lose something somewhere.
The
right.
problem with that, though, like you said, when you're watching HBO Go, whatever, and something crappy happens and it does that. The problem with gaming, this is why I haven't tried OnLive, and I should because it's pretty much free to get the hardware. But is the fact that like gaming takes most games take split-second decisions, especially
Yes.
shooters. That split-second decision ain't gonna happen with that because there's gonna always be a delay from when it goes and feeds you back to the feed.
Right.
So I don't know. People say they like it and it's good, but I don't know.
With the
Or
whole,
speaking of another thing, just in the same concept, though. I mean, since Diablo has to be live now, like I was saying before, I go into a room. If I have a bad connection, I'll click on something and I'm dead because by the time I realize what's going on, everything's already summoned and killed me. But yet my
Right.
network connection be so slow.
Yeah, which is why I hate that always on, internet DM.
yeah, because it can make it hard. Because even with
DRM.
good connection, there's always
Oh,
sometimes
those
down the road
hiccups.
you get those hiccups and stuff, and I see playing it and that happens. Yeah, you're dead before you know it. You're wondering what the heck, so you get mad at it, And then the whole what you were talking about with the delay,
Lag.
I can almost see Depending on how the delay is, like say, okay, yeah, it might be a second delay, but it's going to be a second delay for everybody.
Right.
So you might kind of see at first when you hit the button to go far, it's a real quick little bit of delay, but I think the more you play, the more you're just going to get used to it. You know, and as long as it's not a big delay, like I push the button and like 5 seconds later it shoots, you know.
I should actually try that out sometime.
But if it's like I hit it and it's like 0.2 second of a delay, it's like you kind of notice it, but it's like, you just get used to it. You probably won't even notice it the more you play. It could happen that way, but it's hard to say.
But here's the thing about that. If Sony Sony decides to get into cloud-based gaming, which might work, save money and everything, are they putting their cards out for what they're planning on doing in the future? Are they not going to make another big, huge system to sell?
It's hard to say.
And it's another thing, too, is, okay, so now I'm going to have to play my games through streaming. So what that means is I'm going to have to use more bandwidth, which I don't have because I'm limited via my ISP.
Right.
And
yeah,
trust
me,
me,
exactly how much playing games you would know better than me. I imagine it would take a lot.
Well, imagine like you play an 8-hour game, or a game that
Right.
takes 8 hours or 10 hours,
Hmm.
and you're streaming that HD video back constantly. You're gonna kill your cap limit in no time.
Oh yeah, and that could be like a lot of problems, especially if I like say for myself, if I get back on the online multiplaying again, especially with the war games, and I start playing them. You know, we could be up 8-10 hours for one night, you know, playing it. So you imagine a couple nights of that, you're over your cap. You know, you're
easily over your cap.
Yeah, you're getting your account suspended where you're not going to be able to get on for a little bit until, you know, whatever. And yeah, it could just more or less be a big hassle.
These companies would need to make deals with these providers and be like, you know, maybe for an extra $10 per month, and they can have, you know, this won't count towards their.
Yeah, they got to do something because now you're getting like Netflix and you're getting movies and people are using them. You know, system stuff for movies. So on top of gaming, you're gonna streaming through cloud. Then you're gonna also have the movies on the side, and
I know they can count that because when Comcast doesn't count anything towards their Xfinity apps.
No,
they don't count it. But if you use Netflix, it counts.
I gotcha.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah, so they can do it. So like you said, they need to strike a deal. If they're gonna do this, they need to put that deal out there because
or just give us unlimited bandwidth like we said we were supposed to have.
Yeah, that would be nice too.
I go with option B.
Yeah, exactly. I get scared of, you know, knowing that cap's there. I mean, it is big, but
not big enough now.
Yeah, especially with the other stuff coming out. But I'm still, even with Netflix when I had it, I was still worried, like, okay, watching all this HD stuff because got crappy cable, so it's like, oh, I can watch all kind of shows on here. Well, I can probably sit all day and watch it every day. You know, watch all these episodes, and I'm more scared of like, oh God, what if I go over my cap? Because there's no way for me to tell unless I keep logging in and seeing if it shows the cap on there, and I know I'm going to go over it.
Now here's the thing: if that cap wasn't there, would you still have Netflix?
Yes.
And you don't. Now you got rid of it, or you didn't continue with it,
right?
Because you're afraid of going over your cap.
Well, yeah.
So they would actually make more business.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to go over my cap. Or I'd have it now. I'd be watching all the seasons, and I mean,
who would make more business?
If they would strike a deal between them.
Oh, well, yeah, but Comcast doesn't want to strike a deal between them because they want their video service to be with them.
Yeah, they want you to stay with theirs because they have their
get their on demand, get all their stuff.
Right, which costs a lot more money. But yeah, if the cap wasn't there, yeah, I'd still have it because I'd just sit there and watch shows after shows after show.
Steve, what are your thoughts on that? Cloud-based gaming.
Like I said, I think it's just gonna flub out.
I hope so. I mean, it's just not. I don't know. Blah blah blah. I don't know.
Like I was saying, you're gonna have to have the constant good connection.
Right.
And I thought the same thing, just as you guys started talking about if you have a cap on your network, you know, it's not going to take long before you cap it out. So yeah, it's more of a headache than it's worth.
It's It's interesting to see if Sony announces a deal with something like this.
We'll see.
We'll
see. I mean, it could be coming in a week.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and find out.
That makes me kind of like want to.
They'll probably make some kind of deal like they did with the Vita, where you get strictly through like AT&T or something. But I mean, even we said, I mean, it's stupid because you can't watch your Netflix over it. You can't do anything. So it's like, I think I paid for 1 month of it, and then that was it. I haven't activated any more 3G on my Vita.
You know what though? They're gonna have some big announcements about the Vita.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to try to push that thing forward because it's not doing as well as. Even though I think it's a really great system.
it's just not doing what they expected
No,
to do.
they need to push that system at E3.
Yeah,
They
I would
gotta
think
give
you'll see it.
something. It's got to be something big.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
gonna
it's
be-
not going to really change
it's gonna
anything.
have to be somebody's gonna have to get some good games that people want for it.
Unlike last year, where
Push
they
that
when they
up.
were before it came out, and then last year they were like talking about the Vita, and they're like, and you can get 3G on it with, and everybody was, and it was like silent for a second.
Mhm.
AT&T, and the whole room just was like, oh.
I know. It was like, yeah.
You remember that?
And then, oh.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to release something like Verizon.
Yeah, when you do something, I mean, like that, you gotta do it with a bigger, expandable company. And most people, I can't say most, but everybody I know always seem to have Verizon. You're surprised they wouldn't have at least tried for both companies if they could.
Maybe they did, but I'm just saying. I just remember that thing.
Yeah.
AT&T. Oh.
It's like, you get 3G, and they're like, yay! And it was AT&T, and it was,
E3 moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, forget it. Get it.
Right. And now here's your second hint for Name the Game. It's a little music clip. Enjoy it. If you know what the answer is, whisper to us. Let us know. So remember, don't say it in the chat room. Just make sure you whisper.
Yeah, you can't get that hint. That's a pretty good hint, so
Yeah.
go for it.
I like it. Sounds good.
Do.
So besides the cloud coming out, or we might hear it at E3, there's a couple stuff. Everything's circulating around and stuff like that. I got some here. Some rumors might be likely, might not be. Again, you always hear about the new console and stuff. Apparently, it's not going to happen. But there is about new hardware. Rumors circulating that Sony could possibly be preparing to announce yet another hardware revision for the PlayStation 3, complete with cheaper parts and maybe even a brand new design for the launch of the official PS3 Slim. Most not likely.
But don't they already have the PS3 Slim?
Yes, but revising it to cheaper parts.
Oh, so it can break easier. Yay!
Yeah. But they don't. But it's probably most not likely, just because
I can't see them making another revision.
Right, not at this moment. They also talk about sweet spot price drop.
That might
Price
happen.
drop. Time the season's getting, the console's getting to the end.
Yep, getting to the end of the cycle.
It's likely you may see at E3 maybe being dropped down to 200.
It just depends,
Because good.
like how much are they selling now? We don't know right now. I don't know how the numbers. They're selling decently enough now, then they won't drop it.
Right. Well, they're thinking maybe dropping it to maybe to 200, but they're figuring that what it'll do is it'll speed up its journey to suppress the 360 before its lifespan's over. They're going to try, possibly try to break it by doing a price
it makes
drop.
a good Blu-ray player.
That's true. That's true. Let's see here.
So yeah, I don't see that happening. Revision anyway.
Talk about games.
Talk about games, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Gwen just stares off into space like there's something out there in those drawers.
Yes. Mostly there's a big few games going to be coming out. There's a few big third-party deals. Sony has enjoyed some exclusively deals for a few big multi-platinum titles in the recent past. You're going to continue to see it, most likely. Whether it's DLC, free download, or older classics, you're probably going to see some more third-party deals coming out from them for the system.
Yeah, they should. They need some of those. I mean, their first-party titles are always usually great.
Right.
Gotta have the third-party support. Like Nintendo never has third-party support very well, whereas they have great first-party stuff.
Yeah. Never hurts to have a couple.
No, never. You need that support, or you're just like whatever. Well, Nintendo gets away with it because they just have great first-party all the time, and
works for them, I guess.
Works for them, but they still need a third-party eventually.
Yeah. Here's some Vita rumors.
Vita.
For you guys, some Vita. Let's see, some unannounced games you haven't heard of yet. Most likely.
Obviously,
there's gonna be a couple you haven't even heard.
They need
yet.
a big surprise.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna. It'd be nice. Possibly a price drop. Might see its first price drop since launch.
I was saying it was either probably go a price drop or a different, kind of a bundle package.
Yes, exactly. Price drop. They're saying most definitely. It'd be nice to see it even go to an like competitive 169,
Never.
but you're never going to see it.
It's
You might
250
be
now,
able to
right?
spec it at 200.
It's 250 now, roughly.
Is it?
I think so with the Wi-Fi.
They're talking maybe you might see it at 200 due to price drop.
I
Get them
could
more
see-
sell because they're low now.
They're not doing well now, and I could almost see this happening. At least $50. I could see 200. I would not see
That's
any.
what
I don't
they're
see anything
guessing.
less than 200.
No, not this early.
But
No
I will
way.
say that they probably. I could see this happening because Nintendo had to do it with the 3DS after a couple months.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and they need to compute somewhat more. So
Yeah, they're
Yes.
not making it up there, so I could probably see this.
this could happen. I could agree with this.
Another one for Vita, new bundles, like Steve was just saying. You might, either a price drop. I doubt you may get both. It won't be exactly a price drop on the Vita plus a bundle, but you might have a price drop on the
you
single
might get
Vita
more
by
stuff
itself.
thrown in, but it's cost the same or something.
Yeah,
Right.
like the sneaky little thing. But you may see some bundles, going along with the Vita, because
That might
why not?
They're gonna have to do something like this.
Well, they're saying here that you may see it in Japan, but might not see it in U.S. It's possible,
Right.
but might not. New app announcements.
Gonna have to have that. They just need to
Saying-
throw a whole lot
Now,
of
you
stuff
may
out there.
not, but yeah, you may see. I mean, Wams of Sony teams up with the Android market.
They almost.
What would
they
you think
kind
of
of.
that?
They kind of did. I thought for a little
Yeah,
bit.
because it said, well,
With
they're
the
saying here
Xperia Play.
it's more far-fetched, but the more apps are given are like YouTube, Hulu, Amazon, ebook app, Pandora. You might see them apps.
Yeah, I mean, if they could team up with the Android market and actually have it on the Vita, that would change some things for them.
That would be awesome.
That would be nice.
That would be actually a pretty
Well, for you
smart
guys.
move. Well, yeah, I'm just. It would be.
But
a
yeah,
pretty
it
smart
would
move.
for anybody who owns one. It'd be
I
nice
mean,
to get
they
them
probably
apps.
couldn't do all the games. Probably, I'm sure there's stuff they couldn't do, but they could do a good amount.
Well, I tell you what, if they would actually let's say, go with the Android market or Google Play, which whatever, and you can download. Won't be able to all, but you can download some of them apps. I'd be half tempted to buy it, just because of the apps. Because I'd be like,
Right.
I can be like, yeah, I can get this and this and this with it now. You might see PS1 and PS2 classics.
Fine, this
available
needs
to
this.
Vitas.
I want this announced.
It's already on the PlayStation Store for PS3. You might be seeing downloadable classics for the Vita announced at E3.
Yeah, they said they were going to do this, I believe, and they probably going to start announcing this stuff. I'm pretty sure some people snuck around somehow and was able to do it already, but I think
True.
so.
Well, you might see.
Yeah, the PSP could do it, so
Right.
it'd be cool to see PS2 classics on there. Steve, would you like to play PlayStation 2 games on your Vita?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. That'd be great. Actually, that's a good idea. I like that. I like that.
And for the network, you may see more unique PSN titles. Like
Big,
that game company, Marquee, and other developers that had made PSN the unique gaming platform might return with trailers of the newest games.
Or they could do that thing, that transferring or whatever it's called, or where they kind of you can play the game on the PS3 and then actually whatever you say there, you can also play the same game on your Vita.
Oh, yeah.
And that game company made Journey. So Journey on portable would be nice.
Yeah. Well, I expect to see future titles probably be releasing with both PS3 and the PS Vita stores, because
Right.
it's most likely they're not going to stop. They're going to continue with it. It works for them, so they're probably going to continue it.
Push it out like a baby.
That's right. But just push it out.
Just push it out. Give it some whatever, but
Yeah, push some, get some, love some. So that's some of the PlayStation kind of rumors.
and those
Just-
rumors, most of them make sense.
Yes, which you may most likely see some of them.
I think
might
you will
not.
definitely will see some of those.
Yeah.
Most of those.
Let's go on to some little bit of Microsoft Xbox. See what Xbox is bringing to the table. Obviously, most likely, you're probably going to see is some Halo 4 footage.
Oh, you're gonna see a lot of Halo 4 because
Oh,
it's coming out
yes.
later this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to play that hardcore there.
Right.
They're going to show it, play it. They're going
Well,
to show you what
that's
it's
a
like.
guaranteed, hype right there. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean, because it's coming out this year in November, probably. They're probably going to bombard. And that's probably going to be their big thing.
Yeah. Well, that
Right.
people want to see it big this year there. So
I
I mean,
still-
they're not even disappointing anybody by going with it.
I always wish that G-Bell knew where her microphone was, just saying.
She's like all over the place
I
with
know.
it. Yeah, I'm thinking you're going to see it because being 343 studios have done it. They're adding new stuff to it, like any other Halo game, trying to pull in some more stuff. So I'm thinking you're going to get a glimpse of the new weapons, new and familiar, of course, appearance of how it looks.
I think you're going to see a lot.
Probably, being that it's coming out this year. It was announced last year at E3 and coming out this year.
And I believe they said something about
you're going to see a lot of newer stuff because 353 or 343 is going to be like, this is not regular, like back, Bungie Halo. It is, but here's what we did. They're going to show this new stuff.
Plus, like, this is part of another trilogy, I think. And they said that this trilogy was going to head into this trilogy would finish in the next generation.
Right. They're going to try to take it down 10 years.
Yeah.
So it might actually finish up with the next console, and that might be it for the next console.
Right.
10 years.
Like this first one will be on 360. Then the next one will be on the next generation.
The next two will be on next generation.
Yep.
So that's what they're looking at. So yeah,
this is happening.
Definitely going to happen. Definitely. Probably going to see a lot of Kinect related news.
Oh,
of course, they're going to push that Kinect because they're along with the games. Of course, they have, but their Kinect's their biggest pet right now.
Right. Blah.
But like I said, it's become a big part of the Xbox because you see even some of the games like listed in Mass Effect 3, the Elder Scrolls,
the Elder
5, Skyrim, Ghost Recon, Future Soldier, which I have not done that way yet. I do want to play it with that, but they have integrated the Kinect into them to be able to play the Kinect with them. Those popular games
like Mass Effect 3 or like Skyrim. Well, then shoot the fire.
Right, like.
Skyrim
come out, no Kinect support. Now they're integrating that in with the updates.
Right.
So they're bringing that more in. And here's a couple things you might be able to see with the Kinect. You might be seeing a price drop down to $100 for the Kinect.
It's already around there, I thought.
Is it?
I thought.
They're saying it's more, maybe, but it's a price drop probably to $100. Dance Central 3 announcement you might see.
Probably. It's pretty famous.
Kinect Sports Season 3 announcement.
Okay, they need to get some original games.
Yeah, I know. It's like just keep numbering them up. You might get info on a game called Rise.
Rise.
Yeah, RYSE.
Don't know what that is about.
Me neither. More on Fable: The Journey.
Yeah.
New capabilities of Kinect. Last year they introduced like the finger tracking, so you might see some software updates for it.
Probably, but they can't. I think don't think they can push it too much more for what's in it.
Yeah, but being that I think what Kinect is going, I don't know if Kinect's going to go to a new console or not. Most likely it's going to plug into it because I heard about motion sensor in it. But Kinect's going to be around for a little bit, so I could see them adding some new features to it. They got to keep it going, or they're just going to let it die. Of course, most likely a new Xbox dashboard.
Oh well. They did a pretty big change with it last year. I don't know if they might talk about it. I don't know if they really have anything major more to add to it, but
never know.
And that won't come out till like November-ish anyway.
Probably not. More partnerships, evolving applications, and television on Xbox, and
yeah, definitely.
Probably a couple new Kinect games that you haven't heard about. It's gonna be announced, so probably gonna see some of them.
Maybe like I don't know. I can't think of any names. Funny things.
Maybe something.
Like something move around the house.
Yeah, run around a circle.
Run around a circle. How about that? I don't know. I can't remember now.
It's possible you may hear about a Fallout 4 announcement.
Fallout 4?
Yes.
See, that would be it though for all systems.
True.
But it depends on where they feel like announcing it at.
Yeah, they're talking about you may see a small teaser revealed, and yeah, it may be for all the systems.
Well, they did just get done with Skyrim, so it'd be almost time to move on.
Right. Yeah, they had Skyrim and Fallout 3 already, so you may hear.
And Fallout
it's possible to hear the Fallout 4 coming.
Bethesda. Well, they're working on Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online.
Most not likely again, new Xbox. I would almost see these new consoles for both of them, Sony and Xbox. I don't see them showing it off, but I'm thinking they're going to hint. It's coming out next year. Will be big at next E3, but you know how they like to put that little bit of just a couple seconds of they don't really show anything, but then it's like Xbox with a question mark. You're like, oh snap.
I really think they're going to focus around Halo 4 most of the time. That's going to be their big
That's
thing.
going to be their top thing, yes.
But as much as people are saying, no, there are no new console stuff, there's so much things pointing towards a new console
Yeah.
that I think there's going to be something.
Right.
They
I
might not
agree.
show much or anything, but I think they're going to say
It's going
something.
to be something. Because I think definitely they're going to come out at the end of next year. You're going to see them at next year's E3, big time. But I think you're going to see a glimpse of something at this E3.
Yeah.
Just a glimpse.
Because now,
Concur.
because
Oh, I care.
they're all trying to
I
do
said
it.
con.
Oh.
Steve, what do you think about that? Steve, are you ready to see some new consoles, though? Just to see at least some glimpses, even if it's not out for
Get
another
to see
year?
what it might be like.
Maybe potential. I mean, I really don't see it just yet, but
Like, this would be, what did I hear? Nintendo, Super Nintendo. The difference there was maybe 5 years or so. Now we're in 7 to 8 years
Right.
between these generations so far.
Yeah. Get further.
Getting further.
well, it's been a while because I mean, figure whenever I moved down this way, I've lived here for 12 years now, and
How time is
figure we
gone.
have Xbox and we had 360.
Right.
We had PlayStation 2, we had PS3, and so within 12 years, that's all we've had.
Right.
It's
I'm
time
thinking,
for a change.
Yeah. It probably won't show much, but I think you're going to get glimpse.
I think
A
they're going
glimpse
to...
of what's coming, and the next E3 is going. They're going to pile them things on there. That's going to be
Yeah.
the biggest thing.
Next
Here's the new
E3 is
console.
definitely going to show everything.
Mhm.
And it might even come out next year.
And then for
If
some
we all
people
live.
who still like the Halos, it's possible too. Halo 2 HD might be revealed
I could like that.
in HD.
I really liked Halo 2, and we all know how fun those LAN parties were. And no, actually, not LAN parties, online parties.
Right. Yeah. Always fun. Yeah. Those are
I think Halo 2 was the funnest time I've had with all you guys, like playing online.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's coming out in HD?
Because I remember Steve, and Steve knows this. We all sat around like, let's not kill each other. Let's just figure out what we can do.
Oh yeah, we used to
Oh,
sit there
yeah.
for hours until
Yep.
like way into the night trying to figure out how to get on top of the maps.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
We
did,
or just
too.
blowing
It's
stuff
like
up.
if you jump here and then do a bazooka jump on this ledge, you'll be able to disappear and get on this invisible platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then
Or-
we like spend hours on that, and then we like get up there and we just like take our rocket launchers and sniper rifles. We sit up there in the middle of nowhere and just start sniping people off.
Exactly.
Or like that
Till you
one,
run out of
or that
bullets.
really hard one where you had to have the energy sword or whatever, and trying to like flip somebody up,
yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Without killing them.
Oh, that was
We
rough.
did it. We got.
Yeah,
We felt like we kind of got the handle of it, but that was rough.
that was. But they were fun times.
Yep.
So I like me some Halo 2 remake.
That's right. Good times. Good
As
as
times.
long as they keep all that in there.
Yeah, I want
Right.
all that glitch stuff.
Yeah, because that's what makes this fun. Good
Yeah.
times. Good times.
Telling you, Steve, I'm bringing the LAN party back if I ever get that house fixed up.
Along with some of the rumors of the consoles and stuff, we've just been going through. Here's a couple. Here's 10 most anticipated.
Ooh,
Games.
anticipation.
We got Assassin's Creed 3.
That's gonna be big.
People are really looking at that one. I am not though, because I don't really care.
I like the first.
I like
one.
the idea
kinda
of
got
it,
out
I've
though.
still never played the other two.
Well, the thing with this one is though, it's bringing it over to like the U.S. I think,
Right.
and during the
I
British
don't-
invasion or something like that?
Something like that. I don't remember. I haven't I played the first one, lost on the second one, and I haven't.
I know they said you can
Watched
fight
it.
you can fight a bear.
Fight a bear.
Fight a bear.
We also got Dishonored, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, that's
That's
definitely coming out
gonna
next year, and that's
obviously
going to be
be big.
huge.
hmm
Every Grand Theft Auto is huge.
There's another one called The Last of Us.
No, yes.
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 That's the one that's is that like
If anybody could see your face right now.
it's like I'm having an
Excitement.
orgasm in my brain.
hmm
That's the one with the post-apocalyptic world or whatever. There are zombie kind of things that you're carrying a girl around with you or whatever.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about-
I heard about that. Yeah.
From Naughty Dog.
Talked about that.
I'm ready for that one. Give it to me. I'm ready for the big
Yeah,
ride,
I'll
baby.
have to kind of keep an eye on that one. We have
Can't wait to see more footage of it.
Pikmin 3.
No, Pikmin's been a pretty popular franchise.
Is it?
Like, I mean, there's obviously only two of them, and they're both on the GameCube, but
No, it might be a 3.
they kind of remade it on the, or redid it for the Wii with the stupid controls, but Pikmin's a popular one.
There's one for Wii U,
Yeah.
of course, Super Mario.
Obviously.
He's coming
Oh,
to
yeah.
Wii U. Gonna see maybe a little of that. Got XCOM, Enemy Unknown.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's two XCOMs coming out. One's supposed to be the strategy, one's supposed to be like a shooter one. I forget which is which.
Dust 514. Hitman Absolution.
Never-
That's gonna be a
Metro,
decent
Metro, last night.
Ooh, that one's gonna be good.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, expect it's anticipated games, waiting to see at E3 here. So here's a couple honorable mentions. You know, we know they're pretty much are coming out, but you're probably going to see a glimpse of them.
Right.
We got Borderlands 2,
Yeah.
Crisis
I'm
3,
interested in
Yeah.
DMC,
Devil May Cry.
probably.
Yeah.
Halo 4, of course.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance.
Yes.
that.
I like me some Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I have a problem.
cut everything.
Cut. Resident Evil 6.
Of
Yes.
course.
Oh, yeah. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2.
Yes.
Definitely going to be
Of
big.
course, huge.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
gonna
really
be
interested in
huge.
Resident
Beyond
Evil.
huge.
Darksiders 2.
It's supposed to be pretty good. First one was good. I didn't play it though, but
Far Cry 3.
yeah.
The Last Guardian.
Yes. Oh my God, this is like The Last of Us. I gotta have this one. It's been in
Oh,
development
yeah.
for like freaking 6 years now.
Oh, heck.
It's the person that made Shadow,
Oh.
the same company that made Shadow of the Colossus. So Steve, I know you'd be interested in it.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Probably might get a mention here at E3.
I hope it better get a
So,
mention finally.
hopefully. Quantum Conundrum. And next Tomb Raider.
Interested in next
Yes.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Yes, to the next Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Steve's like,
One you didn't
I like me
mention
some
was
Tomb
the
Raider.
next God of War.
Yeah, they're definitely working on that.
Yeah, I did not get
Or
that
Little
one.
Big Planet Karting.
Oh, Little Big
Not-
Planet.
is
that coming-
That's gonna be huge.
When's that coming out?
What?
That next Little Big Planet. Because
Little
my
Big
friend was
Planet.
just saying about the new one coming out and getting it here.
I don't know. I don't care.
Is
Is
it
it coming out already, or
I know there's something coming out because they were talking about it.
It's like when you're at-
and they're
you know
like,
what's
yeah,
funny?
Yeah, I'm
It's-
going to
you
get
I'll
said
that
ask
game.
Adele tomorrow.
That's
She'll
who
know.
said it.
Okay, you said karting, right? Like go-kart game. This is
yeah,
what,
it's like
this is-
Mario
It
Kart,
is.
but
Yeah,
I know,
It's-
but-
yeah, no, that's coming out soon because that's what she was saying. It's like
Okay.
something dealing with carts.
but here's
or
my thing: is
something.
this is what happens when you don't know what to do with the franchise? You just put go-karts in it.
Exactly. But yeah, that's
coming
what-
up next.
That's
Yeah.
Halo
yes.
Karting.
Halo Halo.
You know
kart.
what? I
Halo
would buy
go-karts.
that.
So would I.
So
I
actually,
want to
here's
drive Ghost.
here's what I want to know. Out of all those things, Steve, out of a lot of these games mentioned here, which ones are you interested in? I know Tomb Raider, definitely. Even I'm interested in that. They really changed that around.
Steve likes him some Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider definitely. Call of Duty definitely.
Definitely.
And other than that, those are like the main two that you guys mentioned.
Well,
Right.
let me tell you, because I know you probably didn't see much about it because they've been really like not showing much. The Last Guardian is something you'll want
Yeah, see that I don't know too much about that.
because
Yeah, I
that,
would say like. Yeah, I don't know much about that one.
you have to look up an older trailer of it, but like you're definitely in a world like that, like almost like Ico, but kind of for the Shadow of the Colossus thing, and you have like a big giant monster with you that kind of like helps you get through the levels and stuff, and you have to care for it. I think something like that. Those guys know how to make a game. Shadow of the Colossus is amazing.
Yeah, I need to get. They have that collection on PS3 now. The Shadow of the Colossus and Eco.
Oh yeah, I wanted to buy that one too, and I didn't get around to it.
It's like every time I see it, it's like I want it. It's like I don't have the money for it right now.
yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
Gwen, out of the list, what games you wanting to get to?
I would like to meet the
He
whole
does.
list again. But like I do want to actually do the Little Big Planet, Assassin's
That does
Creed.
look good.
Obviously Tomb Raider. Like I said, I'd need the whole list over again. But
You're just
there was a
looking
few
at-
that popped out to
Right.
me. when
Resident
you were
Evil.
Definitely.
Oh, definitely Resident Evil 6.
Mike.
I was doing it.
You're
when you
pretty
were
much
saying it.
just keep going, so okay. I would be I got the list in front of me. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, obviously.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 6 definitely would like to. Metal Gear
man.
Rising,
Yes.
definitely.
I mean, it's not going to be as good as I originally thought, but
No, but it's
cut,
Metal
cut,
Gear.
cut, 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 cut,
I'd
cut,
play
cut,
it.
everything.
Halo 4, I don't know yet.
I will play it.
I will wait, see what E3 shows, and if it's like, okay, I will buy this.
Yeah, we'll
Or
see
if
what
it's
they
the
do.
exact same.
Of course, it is.
thing
But the
again.
thing again, I got Halo 1, 2, and 3. When I'll get Halo 4.
Yeah,
you know.
you're technically continuing that. So.
Yeah, it's a continuation from them, so why not? So I
Right.
may end up getting that one. Besides that, like I said, Borderlands 2, I played Borderlands, but I just kind of quit with it. Grand Theft Auto 5, I
Ugh.
like playing Grand Theft Auto, so that could be a game I'm going to definitely be watching for and seeing how good it is.
Right.
That's about it. I mean, there's a couple like Assassin's Creed and like Hitman. Yeah, I do like the games. I like the older ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Assassin's Creed just depends on how well they do. I'll take a look. 'Cause
It could
I
be
might
good.
get Assassin's Creed 3 as long as they showed off
Yeah.
pretty good. And,
They probably
you know,
will.
Yeah. So those are probably the games I'll most likely be interested in getting. So you guys actually gonna watch E3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, you gonna watch E3 or just kind of like let it go?
It all depends.
It's your job not to watch it.
You'll YouTube
I
hot
don't
clips.
I don't watch much TV that much anymore, except on the weekends.
True.
Right.
It's hard, difficult, more
It's hard
difficult for
during it's hard during the work week. But yeah, you'll have to catch maybe Microsoft's. I'll end up watching. Well, I don't watch every one of them. I will watch the Microsoft conference.
Definitely, I'll watch Sony and I'll try to catch Nintendo's.
Yeah, Nintendo being that it's going to have the Wii U, and I'll probably watch that just to see what they're going to show off, and of course Sony because I'm curious on what they're going to show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hate not watching. They do glimpse the next console. I'm like, and then I'll be online looking it all up.
Yep.
You know how that goes.
Yep.
So much about the rumors and with Microsoft and Sony. It's coming out for Nintendo.
Right.
Wii U. You think they'll change the name?
Yes.
You think they will?
I think they will because I think they're getting a lot of flack.
They said it, and then at one point I heard they might just keep it.
I think it's in their best interest to change that name.
What would you call it?
I know.
told you they're gonna call it the Wii Wii.
Wii. Because I know what they're trying to do.
awesome.
They're trying to play off the Wii name,
Right.
but the Wii name is now not so good.
I
Yeah.
like the name Wii U.
I don't like it.
Some people do.
And
You know what it reminds me of?
Huh.
It reminds me of that girl on Kung Pao, Fist of Fury.
Yeah.
No, so they might change it, but
I don't know. The Wii U name. I mean, the Wii name is no longer as strong as it used to be.
I think it'd be nice them to call it something totally different.
Yeah.
But I can see how close it kind of
Like
resembles
Project
the Wii.
Natal was like freaking awesome for the Kinect, and then they changed it to Kinect. And I was like, Ugh.
There's
You
always
put a
changes.
K in front of
Yeah,
it.
well, you-
Still not any cooler.
They should just
Well-
call this one Nintendo First Party Only.
Yes. Oh, they must. I don't know.
Nintendo,
Usually-
we're trying to be a tablet.
Usually, most likely you'll see the change, but I imagine you'll see. 'Cause I think too many
Nintendo
people
Wii
Wii
is
P.
like done with that name. So.
Yeah.
Nintendo Repeat.
Repeat. Well, we'll find out here next week. Hopefully they change it.
Yeah, hopefully they change it.
Hopefully.
Blah. Not like I'm buying it anyway.
Wii U.
True.
Wii.
I won't either.
But it's you.
No.
It just doesn't make
Not
sense to
that
me.
one.
Whatever.
No, if I would, it would just be more or less for the little one.
Right.
Because I did get into it at first, Wii,
Yeah.
and I kind of got out of it.
It would be perfect. Perfect for the little one.
Yeah.
Right within her
Well,
capabilities.
Pretty much running out of time here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we talked
It's
about
after 9
E3.
o'clock.
It's going to be a lot of E3 coming up for the next few episodes
yeah,
because
next
E3 is
episode.
going to be big. So expect to hear E3 for a little bit because it's big.
E3. Awesome,
Yeah, definitely
awesome,
big.
Awesome.
Just remember, we are heard first on Shining Stars Radio at ShiningStarsRadio.com.
Unless he makes us mad.
Yes, and then we just,
Then
we're
we-
like, no. Do we
Take
just
it-
tell them no?
Taking our talents and going elsewhere.
Then you can look us up on Facebook at Slap My Joystick, search for it, and look up Bite This. Just check us out. Like us if you're there. Love us, something.
Do something with us,
Something.
love us, tickle us.
We're also associated with A Letter from America from Darkwing. You can check that out on
Darkwing.
Daddy Darkwing
Saves the
on
day.
www.shiningstarsradio.com. There's a section there, A Letter from America, that you can check back the last episode that was played. But check the schedule for the time. Make sure you
Find
check
out
them
what's going on
out.
in America.
Yeah, find out what's going on over here.
Daddy Darkwing.
Daddy Darkwing. And then
It's my
you guys have
birthday
Twitter accounts.
and
I don't.
love him.
You want to give out a Twitter account?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at ADHD_Mike.
At GUINAVEREEM.
It's funny. Steve?
At PYROTEKK79.
All right. Tweet them. Follow them. Whatever you guys do on Twitter.
I don't know. I
Tweet.
haven't touched it in weeks because nobody really talks to me.
I am sorry. I'm a toy.
All right. Well,
Nobody follows me anyway.
Yeah.
true.
I think I follow you. I really don't know. I don't
It's you,
know.
Mike. I have 3 followers. You, Mike, and Thomas.
See, I do follow you.
Nice.
I don't know how many followers
Twits.
I have now,
Just
actually.
twits. All
Not
right.
that I
Well, we're
say
here
anything
with ADHD Mike.
I'm going to go and do something crazy, like go outside and breathe air with the bad quality.
GWOW
Bye.
and Stevie Christ.
Bow.
And I was your host, Jim the Fishing Buddha. I'll catch you next time.
E3!
E3, consider your joystick slapped.
It's my fire and it loves me.